Man, it is peaceful out here. What's going on, everyone? I appreciate y'all coming here and checking out this video. In this one, I'm going to be getting into why I quit Fallout 76 for a while. I'm just now starting to get into it again, but I'm still not into it as much as I was. I've made a lot of content. I actually have invested over 2,900 hours in this game, and a lot of those hours went into making the content for you guys to hopefully enjoy. I'll have a link in the description to a playlist of some of my best Fallout 76 videos that I've made throughout the years. And yeah, that's one of the main reasons why I decided to stop playing the game for a while, was just simply because I was investing too much time into the game and not enough time with my family. In the end, you know, what is your family going to remember? Oh my gosh, how much money that guy made and how awesome he was at his job or whatever. Or are they going to remember, you know, the memories you made with them? In my opinion, it's the memories you make with them. I mean, yeah, money is important. It helps us do things that we want to do. But as some of you know, I did move from a very expensive place and downsized into a not so expensive place. So now I'm able to save more money and do more things with my family, such as I've gotten my kids into more programs. For one, swimming classes. For two, school programs to help their developments. And another one is a ninja course training, which really is just like a fun program to help them stay active. Another thing we've been doing is playing more games together. I did mention that I stepped away from playing games more, but I still am playing games, except with my son and making memories that way. Just, we're not playing Fallout 76 together. We're playing like Roblox and Five Nights at Freddy's together. Games like that. I also have started this point system thing where, like, for example, if my son sees some litter out here in the woods and goes and picks it up, you know, that piece of litter is worth, you know, a certain amount of points. And after a while, if he gets a certain amount of points, he gets a reward. And I have a takeaway system too. Like, if he does something bad or something, I give a warning, I'm going to be taking away the points. And if he doesn't stop, I take away a few points. The point system has really helped out motivate them to do things, such as, you know, learning how to swim and practicing swimming. I mean, yeah, I got them in swimming classes, but I'm also trying to teach them how to swim as well. And, you know, riding a bike too, it's helped motivate them to go ride a bike. And like being out here in the woods, it helps them come out here in the woods and maybe go fishing or something. We actually made the trail together out to this spot. We call it our secret spot in the woods. But yeah, it was a little memory we made together. That's just one example. You know, I've just, once again, been trying to make more memories with my family, because in the end, I feel like that's what matters. It doesn't really matter how big the house is. It matters how happy your home is, you know. And I've been trying to be a dad that I never really truly had in life. You know, not only am I trying to help my kids and make more memories with them, but they don't know it, but they helped change my life so much. Like, I have changed so much since having kids. Like, I don't know, I just think deeper about things in general. It's just a great feeling. It's helped motivate me to stop smoking and drinking. This is something I've never really spoke about on YouTube, but I did occasionally drink, and I was a smoker. And as we know, nicotine is highly addictive. And something else that I have worked on this year was stopping smoking and drinking. Like, I've completely cut them out of my life. Like, it doesn't even matter if it's like the 4th of July, I'm still not going to have a sip of alcohol, because that might lead me down the path of wanting another cigarette or something. You never know what that could chain react if I did start drinking again. So I actually have managed to cut it completely out of my life, which has just got me feeling more motivated in general, being completely sober. I'm not going back to it. But yeah, that's something I never really shared on YouTube before, that I occasionally drank and smoked. And the reason why is because I didn't want to chain react anyone to start those kind of bad habits. I mean, I'm not going to call myself an alcoholic. Luckily, I wasn't that addicted to drinking, but I did drink occasionally, and you never know after so long how things proceed to progress. I could have eventually started drinking more, and I'm not going to be going back to it whatsoever. I'm going to be completely sober for the remainder of my years. I'm not going to be taking a sip of alcohol or smoking a cigarette ever again. And I know if I do ever take a sip of alcohol, I may be wanting to smoke a cigarette or something. It may lead me down those bad habits again. And like I mentioned before, yeah, I wasn't an alcoholic, but you never know what the future could have had in store. It could have got worse over time. Life is just unpredictable and just unreal if you really think deep about it. Like, for instance, I'm literally breathing thanks to, these trees. It's just an insane concept to just think about how, these trees are my lungs, basically. But, I don't know. Anyways, I want to still be around and be able to be in my kids' lives. And, as they are younger, they're looking at their father as, this perfect individual. And we're all far from perfect, but I'm trying to be a better role model in general for them. If they see me smoking a cigarette or going outside and smoking a cigarette or something, they're going to be looking at that like, oh, that's okay because dad does it. Or, same with, drinking. Once again, it's just a waste of health. It's just a waste of time. It's just a waste of money. In my opinion, some people have their own kind of stress relief in life. But yeah, that's another thing that I've just knocked out of my life this year. I've been focusing up more with my family in general. Just, once again, trying to be the dad that I never truly had in life. Just trying to enjoy the little things with my kids and getting involved more in their life. Yeah, in case you don't know, my dad passed away when I was young, and so did my stepdad. And yeah, I ended up having 3 different dads. So I never really had like a solid foundation with father figures. But yeah, I don't want to get too deep about that. And another reason is because my daughter has went through some surgeries. Like, she recently had brain surgery again to get cochlear implants. And that's just been a whole new life for all of us. She's going into a school for the deaf, but they're also going to be focusing on her hearing and speech, which is, great. She's going to get best of both worlds. She can get into signing, and there's a possibility she could be hearing and speaking sometime in the future. And that alone is a whole new world for all of us to grasp. Signing, like, I'm still an amateur at it, but with time I will get better. And luckily she's just now getting into school. Like, she's starting preschool. She was in a starter up program for hearing and speech to help with her cochlear implants, as well as a little bit of signing here and there. But now she's going into more of a signing school and to help more with her hearing and speech. So yeah, it's a blessing we were able to get the cochlear implants and as well as get her into this school, which the school is called St. Rita's, and it's a great school for the deaf. So yeah, that's a little update with my daughter, and she's not even 4 yet, so she's definitely still young and has her whole life ahead of her. And as for my son, I've never mentioned this before, I don't think anyways, but he has a developmental delay. So he's been in speech therapy for years. So he's been in speech therapy for years. So he's been in speech therapy for a while, for years now. Even when he was in kindergarten, they would take him out of his class and work on his speech, and the therapist would help work on his speech, which is great. Over time, the speech therapy classes have really, really helped out. It's awesome how much school has helped them, and just in general, just making more memories, investing more time, and doing things with them has helped out a lot tremendously too. Which is why I'm wanting to now involve him in content on the other channel. I feel like I can start making videos with him more. I'm not exactly sure what I'm going to be making quite yet with him, but he's a big fan of watching videos on YouTube, so I think it'll be a blast, us just making videos together in general. He's still young though, and once again is just pretty much starting school too. He's just getting through kindergarten. But yeah, another thing that really put things in perspective was when he graduated. All these kids were saying they wanted to be firemen, they wanted to be police officers, they wanted to be teachers, which is great. It's a great thing to want to be. But when he was up, he actually said he wanted to be like his dad, which, that also puts a lot of things in perspective of that I have someone like that. Sorry, lost my composure a little bit there. That I have someone like that in my life. That looks up to me that much, you know? Like, kids really help change your life around. Like your kids can really help motivate you to just want to be better, want to be a better father, want to be a better person in general, you know, just someone in general that you would want to look up to, you know? And I'm just trying my best to be a good father. Like, especially this summer break, you know, before he gets into first grade, I've been really just focusing up my time with him in general, as well as, you know, our daughter too. Just been focusing up more quality time with them. I mean, yeah, don't get me wrong, I have been, you know, making content over other games, but I haven't been investing nearly as much time as I did with Fallout 76. The only other game that I spent as much time in, like I have 76, is Destiny. And the reason why I quit Destiny was just simply because I was burnt out on it. I don't know. There's only so much I feel like you can do in that game before it starts getting repetitive feeling. And the same with 76. Like, I loved exploring around, playing through the story and everything, but, you know, after spending so much time into one game, it does get, you know, kind of boring, to be real, unless new content and stuff starts coming out. And I know there has been new content that's came out in Destiny as well as Fallout 76, but I didn't really feel like returning to Destiny. And with Fallout 76, the content that has came out, I don't know, it's just hasn't really kept me that interested as much as I would like. But I know there's still more content to come in the game, new storyline, which I'm tremendously excited about. I'm excited to just dive into a new story. One game that I'm excited to play in the future is Starfield, but a lot of people's excited to play that whole new Bethesda game to just go and explore. You know how Bethesda does with their open world games. So much exploration and opportunities to discover in the game. But anyways, yeah, I guess that's our wrapping up this video. Just update on what's all been going on in my life and why I quit Fallout 76 for a while. But yeah, I appreciate y'all making it this far in the video and just listening to what I had to say and hanging out with me.